our next speaker is going to be Professor Tankiso Moloi. Now, I'm going to give you information about Professor Tankiso Moloi. Professor Tankiso Moloi is a professor and academic director at Johannesburg Business School, University of Johannesburg. He spent almost a decade as a chief accountant at Anglo American, which is known as Kumba Iron Ore, and also as a director of enterprise risk management at University of South Africa. He holds various non-executive director positions, which include being a trustee or member of University of Johannesburg Pension Fund from January 2024 to date, the chair of Africa Regional Engagement Group from 2022 to 2023, April, vice chair from May 2021 to April 2022, and a member of Regional Advisory Panel from 2019 May to April 2022 in the Charter Institute of Management Accountant. And he's also the chair, second in command, the vice chancellor of the Workstream 6 Core for Industrial Technology from September 2021 to August 2022 in Namibia, the 4 Industrial Task Force. The board and a member of the audit committee for AB4IR NPC from October 2020 to March 2022. The board member from December 2020 to 30 September 2021 and audit risk and finance committee member for the Green Matter NPC from October 2019 to September 2021. The council member and the chair of the finance committee in Southwest Gauteng TV College from 2019 to 2020. The audit and risk committee member at Citibank TVET College 2017 in 2017 and the member of the Ministerial Advisory Council on Energy of South Africa National Department of Energy from 2015 to 2017. Mr. Moloi is an NRF rated and published numerous peer review accredited scientific journals, chaired and participated in various conferences as a keynote speaker and a presenter. He has written numerous books and chapters in accounting, risk management, corporate governance, auditing, strategy, and artificial intelligence. He has also collaborated with various scholars across the globe. He holds a PhD in finance, a Master of Commerce in accounting, a Master of Science in financial management, a graduate program in artificial intelligence and machine learning, honors Bachelor of Commerce in accounting and a Bachelor of Commerce. And he also holds various executive development programs, which include the Oxford Executive Leadership Program, MIT Executive Program in Blockchain Technologies, and MIT Executive Program in Artificial Intelligence. He holds a PhD in Finance, a Masters of Commerce a Master's of Science in Financial Management.
Colleagues, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. UNISA is home to me. So as you can see, everything that I have academically originated with UNISA. The nice thing, program director, is that 2 days back I got my results for the Doctor of Business Administration in Artificial Intelligence and Financial Reporting from the Paris School of Business. So I can count that as the next qualification. So colleagues, I've been asked to talk to you about the management accounting profession. So having spent years in accounting, specifically management accounting, strategy and risk management at Anglo American. So what I've done is that I've put my presentation in this format. So I'll just give you a little bit of a background of what management accounting is. Just give you a bit of a background on IFAC members, particularly in the South African context. And then, how many number of accountants do we have? Then I'll speak about management accounting. So in this case, I'll be speaking CIMA. So done a bit of studies in and around management accounting. So just to determine what is it that management accountants do on day-to-day basis, where the difference is between your statutory accountants and your management accountants. And I just got a very nice slide at the end that shows the salary differences between your management accountants and your financial accountants, or those accountants that report the statutory duties. So just apologies, you'd see my slides designed using the University of Johannesburg slides and the Johannesburg Business School. So because of the voice, so sometimes it picks up the voice, so I use these slides. You pretty much have 4 accounting bodies that are recognized by IFAC in the South African context. That will be your ACCA, which is a global body. But the charter, the charter is the Queen's Charter or the King's Charter now. And you have SAIPA, a South African Institute of Professional Accountants. You have SAICA, so which majority of aspiring accountants would know. Then you have CIMA, which is the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. These are 4 bodies that operate in South Africa but are recognized by IFAC. So then there is, the former cyber and other bodies, but I just thought I should focus on these 4 to give context and then to go to the management accounting role. So just in terms of the membership, so that you get to understand the global body of accountants, ACCA globally will have close to 250,000 members. CIMA, just because of the combination between CIMA and the AICPA, you get a network of 689,000 accountants. SAICA, 50,000 accountants, and then SAIPA has about 15,000 accountants. Then you get a picture. So then if you're just thinking about the South African accountants, or then in just the bodies that are focused in South Africa, then you can see in a country of 60 to 65 million people, so you have 65,000 accountants. But of course, if you were to include CIMA and ACA in the South African context, then you would get that number a little bit up, but not more than 10,000 accountants. So then, just so that you understand the management accounting from the CIMA perspective, so once you pass the strategic level, you become an ACMA, CGMA, so the associate of the chartered management accountants. Then the combination of CIMA and the AICPA brings us the CGMA, so which is the Chartered Global Management Accountant. So then where it starts, if you have never done accounting in your life, you would start with a certificate in business accounting. So the interesting part about the CIMA qualification is that the focus is a lot more on the digital. So then it's a lot more on the data. So because management accountants will deal with data, and would have to be conversant with the with the technology. So you start with the certificate in business, which takes you to what we call the operational level. So then you do 3 courses there: management accounting, financial reporting, and then financial management in the digital world. Then in the management level, you do 3 courses there: performance management, or what they call managing performance now. Then the advanced management accounting, that's where most people struggle because of calculations. So your absorption, standard costing, etc., etc. So then then advanced financial reporting. Then you then go to the strategic level, where you do strategic management, risk management, and financial strategy. So you can then see, from this you can read what the management accountant does. So in each of these levels, so you get to write a board exam, the case study. So that consolidates all the information that that you would have done. And then I spoke a little bit about the AICPA and CIMA. So in just about a couple of years ago, 2017, so then the AICPA and CIMA came together. So the American Institute of Certified Professional Accountants, they came together to form now what we call the AICPA. So which is the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. So then the CGMA that I've showed you is powered by the AICPA. So then within the association, we have the management accounting route, and then we have the statutory route. The ones that go through the statutory route would write the board exams in the US. Of course, each state will have its own examination, and then CIMA would have all these memorandums. So with our accounting bodies, one that I can kind of speak to, particularly in the South African context, is the CIMA SAICA recognition agreement, mutual recognition agreement, where members of CIMA can write the APC, and then members of SAICA can write the strategic case study, and then you have that mutual agreement. So the last bullet there basically is just to say, look, so then what CIMA does is that it is in 192 countries and territories. So you get lots of students and professionals in those countries. But the power of the AICPA is on the international alliance, the aim being the promotion of finance and accounting worldwide, and advice to government, the international bodies, etc., etc. So then what is now a management accountant? So then the responsibility basically is the preparation for the management accounts. Of course, there could be board reports and other reports, and then just the overseeing of your general accounting procedures and practices within the business. So then what would this involve? How does it look like? So it will involve the financial, analytical, and management skills. So then you use these skills in order to aid senior managers, so that they can make decisions. Aim, of course, is sustainability of the business. So then like I got this and put it, after some research and years of research, speaking to management accountants, what do you really do? So it's consolidated into this this flow. So then preparing of monthly management accounts and financial reports and budgets, presentation of the reports to senior management to aid decision making, compiling of strategies to reduce business cost. If there is a project that need to be financed, financing of that project, or sourcing of financing of that project. So then the advice on financial implications on business decisions that are being made, the controlling of income and expenditure within the business, the development and overseeing of the financial systems, the overseeing of accounting technicians and support with the generic accountancy task, and the analysis and the managing of risk or risks within the business. So then just that's the management accountant at glance. And then I just thought this would be interesting. What would be the skills that one requires to be a management accountant? So analytical, of course, and then numerical skills. You'll be doing a lot of calculations and lots and lots of analysis. Of course, you've got to have, pay attention to details. You need to maintain a very strong ability to be attentive to details. Otherwise, you make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, then the decisions that are taken by management are incorrect or problematic. They lead to the collapse of the business. Then why be a management accountant? So then why can't I just be an accountant? Why be a management accountant? So I thought an interesting, question. So then every business requires one. It requires one management accountant, not one. So then every business requires a management accountant. Let me put it that way. A respected career path. So then in every sector, in every industry you'd find management accountants. So of course, because of the analysis that are done, so then that helps the economy going on and on. Then just the last slides on my side, which I got from Robert Half, which I thought was more interesting. People would ask about this. In the UK, the average, so then for your management accountants will be £49,250 per annum. So that's similar to the average that your financial accountant will get. So then look at the demand is high on both sides. So then what are they reporting? The information that is generated by management accountants is used internally. It is detailed, it is tailored, it is frequent. So then there is no need to adhere to reporting standards simply because it is tailored. Whereas on the other side, then the report is for mostly so external use, and there must be adherence to the IFRSs and other reporting standards. If you are in the US GAAP. So then the timelines, the focus would be on the future based on the business activity and performance. And then on the other side, it's historical figures based on the business performance. Then what do management accountants do? Then that financial insights to help the senior managers to make strategic business decisions. Whereas on the other side, so recording with strict financial regulatory standards. So then essentially, colleagues, that's what I wanted to share with you, having spent at least 8 years of my career in management accounting. And of course, so then in management accounting, having spent more time as I moved up in risk management and in strategy. And then my writing would always be around strategy, risk, governance, and artificial intelligence. Strategy, risk, governance, artificial intelligence, or what we call digital transformation, which we later now call twin transformation. So then if you digitally transform, you transform for the societal impact. That's it, Program Director. So I'll appreciate questions if there are any, and then wishing you a fantastic day ahead. Thank you.
The question is actually reads like this: how is the profession together with the IIA responding to the advancements in artificial intelligence? I ask this because recent developments in all software and engineering have rendered some skills obsolete. All software now allow us to generate certain reports through their programs. Is there an immediate need to study the formulation of certain audit reports if all software can generate the same reports in half of the time? I'm not sure if, Prof, you can answer.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. So then it's a question that is asked again and again, not only in the finances or accounting, so but just generally. So in the medical field and other fields. So are these technologies rendering us useless? So then I think there was some even a proposition to say, hey, with the rise of robots and the massive unemployment that we are forecasting, should we begin to tax the machines so that we'll be able to pay some monthly stipends to people that will be rendered unemployed by the machines. So my argument goes as follows. In the first industrial revolution, so then there was what we called mechanization. The second industrial revolution dealt with electrification. The third industrial revolution moved us to the digital space. And then the fourth industrial revolution deals with what we call the machine intelligence. And in the first industrial revolution, so when the machines began to do some hard labor that human beings were, doing them, as a group a lot. So then they had the same concerns as we have today. So then you can imagine. So I grew up in rural areas in KwaZulu-Natal. So then you get a lot of people so going to the fields to plow, and they will make a line and so on and so on. Then now you had the tractors. One tractor could just plow within a day, something that was done by 10, 15, 20 people for 5 days or so. You can imagine the pressure that people had in the first industrial revolution.